The National Association of Realtors Placemaking Grants are a resource for local realtor associations to advance their community collaboration and advocacy efforts.
The placemaking grant was utilized to create this therapeutic scent garden.
We felt that this garden would really help calm them and let possible adopters see their true potential.
Our mission at ACC is to end animal homelessness in New York City. There are owner surrenders, there are strays, there are wildlife that is in need. A shelter is never the ideal situation for an animal. It's loud, it's noisy, there's a lot of other animals, so lots of different scents. But those are the good scents, and they really, really love it. The impact of the grant has been numerous. When you have this beautiful garden out front with all these flowers and plants, it's a natural attraction that people want to come in and see. And then the next step is we say, hey, how about taking one home?
Thanks to Cyborg, the scent garden is a great amenity here.
NAR's placemaking grants help build goodwill with stakeholders and policymakers while elevating associations as a leader in the community.
I want to commend Cyborg for their dedication to helping the community and that they have put their common sense and their actual sense into creating a scent garden here.
The impact of this garden too, not just on the dogs that are going to be frolicking in it, it's great for the community.
The National Association of Realtors, along with the elected officials and the local boards, can work together beautifully, and this is evidence of that.
Whether we're finding people homes or animal homes, that's what we do. We make a difference in our community.
From sheltering pets to honoring vets, the Idaho Veterans Garden is a place for comfort and camaraderie, conceived by Gail Strack, whose son came back from Iraq with PTSD.
I would say that we are strategically placed, and in our communities, we know what's going on. We see the things that are needed.
This community is a very, very patriotic community. And so when Gail came in and talked about something that would help veterans, it was just an immediate yes. How can we help?
I was just like, wow, I wasn't expecting that enthusiasm.
We were lucky to have Garrett as a mayor.
Once we received the Community Outreach Placemaking Grant from NAR, it gave our endeavor legitimacy.
He sent us over to Planning and Zoning, and they actually laid out and designed the garden for us with our concept.
Caldwell City Council and the Parks Department passed a resolution to lease the land for $1 a year for 100 years.
That's what it's about, is those relationships, partnerships, and realtors play a huge role in that.
This place just really lifts the burden of everyday life and brings happiness.
The Idaho Veterans Garden is a place I come to for my dirt therapy, to find peace and to find camaraderie and community.
My son took his life 8 years ago. He was a member of the National Guard. It's a place our son's honored.
This is a place to live, and we're gonna celebrate who they were, because a lot of veterans nowadays are 22 a day committing suicide. I know that we're doing our part to try to curb that, because this helps that.
I was lucky, Mom. My son came home, and even though he has injuries and stuff like that, he's with me.
This is the place where people can go and just have that tranquility of soul that is so desperately needed.
I mean, this little itty bitty seed that can be planted can just be huge, and it can be very changing to a community.
Another seed was planted by an NAR placemaking grant in a commemorative park in Orange, Virginia.
They called it the Wall Street of Orange County.
My parents were caterers, so they did a lot of weddings.
Black-owned businesses were booming until the federal government appropriated the land.
In the 1970s, we did put a bypass in the town of Orange, and it did transform that neighborhood.
To honor those who were displaced, a small parcel of land that remained became a commemorative park.
So in 2021, Fredericksburg Area Association of Realtors got involved with Orange County right here at the park where we are at today, honoring and celebrating Juneteenth. Our GAD applied to the National Association of Realtors for a grant to be able to put plaques that are commemorative of what the town used to be.
To know that FAR was an integral part of this park being here. I'm just so proud to be here today.
When you open up an area of town with something beautiful like this park, it allows us to look at how that area of town can be developed.
To have this park here is really, I think, indicative of our community's commitment to the history that surrounds us, but also to making the future even better.
It's a small spot, but it's significant. And we are just so proud of having the park. And we are so grateful for those people that helped make it possible.
NAR placemaking grants are about building connection, collaboration, and community, and supporting local realtor associations in creating public spaces that are accessible to all. Like the Inclusivity Swing the Columbus Board of Realtors installed in a new playground near Lake Esther in Nebraska. The swing enhanced the playground's accessibility for children with or without disabilities, or even adults. In downtown Decatur, Alabama, the Morgan County Association of Realtors transformed a neglected alleyway into a vibrant, functional, and safe gathering area called Sunnyside Alley. In the Druid Hills neighborhood of Charlotte, North Carolina, the Canopy Realtor Association established a community garden with a grant. Over 125 volunteers helped to build 12 raised garden beds and contributed to the landscaping efforts to help revitalize the neighborhood. With leadership from the Central Oregon Association of Realtors, a new trailhead and signage improved access to the 10-mile Madras East Hills trails for walkers, bikers, and horseback riders. The National Association of Realtors supports smart growth and placemaking principles nationwide and empowers realtor associations to collaborate in creating more livable communities. To learn more about placemaking projects funded by the NAR grant, visit the Spaces to Places blog.